need to discuss Papoose and Remy today because at this point, she is refusing to let him go, and Papoose seems to be asking for a divorce repeatedly, but Remy is still refusing to agree. Things have gotten so bad that even Clarissa Shields is prepared to step in and give her some sense, but let's be honest, this is not just about Papoose and Remy. He has always been honest about his relationships, saying that whatever happened with them and Yandy's friend was not a big deal. Regarding love, people are speculating that Papoose might be seeking alimony. This is the same Papoose who stood by Remy's side during her years in prison, made sure no one forgot her name alive, and was the epitome of a devoted husband. Now that she's out here securing her bag and getting cozy with Easy the block captain, who, incidentally, has already replaced her with 2 younger women, she's still acting like Pat is hers, which is precisely why Clarissa Shields is not having it. Clarissa has been publicly expressing her love for Pat, and she's letting everyone know that she's got his back. Happy birthday, King Pap. I'm so grateful for your life, your music, your wisdom, and this is not just a cute little birthday post. It was a warning. Remy has been slow with this divorce for months, but now that Papoose is getting attention from other women, she suddenly does not want to let go. This is not just about a breakup. Remy had no trouble going out in public with Easy, the block captain, clarifying it that she had moved on. May God bless you with many more years and even quicker hands because today you are getting all your birthday punches. It's Poppy, huh? And it's not just a simple happy birthday. But she added, love you too. He put everything on hold for Remy, and when she came out, he made sure she had a successful career. However, now that she is earning her money, does she really want to sign those documents? She knows that if Pap asks for spousal support, her pockets will be impacted, and Clarissa Shields is not just observing from the sidelines. She is prepared to step in if necessary. If Remy believes she can keep Papoose stuck in the middle while she enjoys the attention of other men, she may have to deal with Claressa first. The real question is whether Remy still loves Papoose or if she is just trying to protect her money. Getting love from women who genuinely care about him. And let's not even discuss the Easy block captain situation because it appears that he is not thinking about Remy either. Clarissa Shields is out there expressing love and supporting Pap, but the real question is why he is still legally married and Papoose is still stuck in a marriage that he doesn't even want because Remy is holding on to those divorce papers as if they were the last food on earth. It's not like Papoose hasn't tried to move on. People are claiming that he has been asking for this divorce for months or even years, but Remy won't sign, and let's not act like this is just a rumor. Leaked text messages between Clarissa and Papoose about tea being hot reveal how angry Clarissa was with the entire situation. She wasn't holding back at all. Clarissa called out Papoose for not telling her when he got home safely, reminding him that he was still legally married and not hers. She even said, quote, "You are the one who is married. If you cannot at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know that you made it home safely." Tell me that doesn't sound like a woman who is tired of waiting. Clarissa wasn't just upset. She was fed up and tired of being the side dish when she should have been the main course. The real twist was when Papoose clapped back and said, the only reason Remy is acting this way is because she is bitter that he moved on. Let's not act like we did not see how Remy was moving during Christmas 2023. She was all in love with Easy, the block captain, not even trying to hide it. The same Easy she was all over during that rap battle where she basically confessed she was in love with him. So here's the real question. How do you move on with an entirely different man? Tell the world you love him, but still refuse to let Papoose go. Make it make sense. If Easy, the block captain, has already taken her place, then what is she still holding on to? If Remy has already moved on with a new man and even younger women are showing love to Papoose, then why is she still holding on to him like a life raft? At this point, it is not about love. It is about control. And let me make this clear, since everybody wants to be on the front line, hey yo Remy, do you not love me? Now that's right there. That is the punch. That is the pun. If you thought things were messy before, Get ready because it is about to get even wilder. Clarissa Shields and Papoose are out here serving real couple goals. The kind of love that makes people look at their relationships and start rethinking their choices, and if anybody had any doubts about their seriousness, Valentine's Day confirmed it. These two went to Hawaii for a romantic getaway, and let me tell you, they weren't just holding hands on the beach and sipping pina coladas. No, Papoose was handling business and Clarissa was handling hearts. Papa was in Hawaii launching the first Hawaii Fest because, let's face it, he is always about his bag, even when he's on vacation. Instead of keeping it low-key, he made sure that everyone knew exactly who was with him. He posted, "The show was phenomenal. So many stars pulled up. We broke records this year. We make history. All right, big talk, Mr. Papa. He's out." Securing his money here while Clarissa is securing their love because while Papoose was making boss moves, Clarissa was making sure the romance lasted. She shared the cutest little video of herself singing to him on the beach, hitting that classic, "Just the two of us. We can make it if we try." It was a little corny, but you could feel the love. The energy was pure, unfiltered, and real. However, while Clarissa and Pap were out there enjoying their love story, you already knew that haters were watching. And by haters, we mean a certain someone who still refuses to give up that last name. Oh, but wait, this story took an entirely different turn because during the time that Papoose and Clarissa Shields were living their best tropical love story, there was supposed to be an even bigger moment happening in Hawaii. Word on the street is that Papoose had this trip planned for a very special reason, something that has to sting. Think about it. Pap had this whole trip planned, and it was not just for relaxation. He wanted to make things official. Yes, you heard that right. Papoose was hoping to finalize his divorce from Remy before this trip so he could propose to Clarissa on Valentine's Day. Just picture it. Hawaii, the ocean breeze, the perfect sunset, and the love of his life standing in front of him. Can you see the ring sparkling under the moonlight? It would have been a moment straight out of a love story. But guess who swooped in and ruined the whole thing? Remy, that's right. Miss I Am Done with Pap was suddenly not so done after all. Instead of letting go and moving on, she has allegedly been playing with the divorce papers, stalling as if her life depended on it. And why? Because things are not going as planned with her new partner. Easy the block captain. Oh, and she wants to be difficult now that she realizes that letting Pap go might have been a mistake. To make matters worse, she has been witnessing Papoose give Clarissa the same love and support she used to receive, which you already know must hurt and make things even more messy, and not in a positive way. Remember when Pap performed for Clarissa? It must have hurt to see him show up, show off for another woman who had Remy feeling something like that. But here's the real kicker. Clarissa is not just any woman. She is a trained fighter who does not play about herself or the people she loves. She has been watching all this drama unfold, and she is not about to sit back and stay quiet. She already clarified that if things keep getting messy, it is about to get really ugly, and not for her in 2008. And Pap has been holding it down ever since. Not just a brief marriage that has lasted for almost 20 years, but let's be honest for a moment. If the roles were reversed and Pap had the bigger bag, do you think Remy would be reluctant to pursue what is rightfully hers? However, now that Pat may have a case for spousal support, she suddenly refuses to let go. And the courts don't care who fell out of love. They look at the facts. Pat put his career on hold to support Remy, and he was her rock while she rebuilt her career. Those things are important from a legal standpoint. So the real question is whether Remy is holding on because she still has feelings for Pap, or if she is merely trying to protect her finances. The longer she drags it out, the worse it will get. You better believe that those divorce papers would have been signed long ago. But now that there is a genuine possibility that Pap will take some of her money, Remy is not in such a rush to let go. Let's not act as though this is just conjecture. The timeline speaks for itself. Pap has been requesting this divorce for months or even years, but Remy keeps putting it off. If she was really done with him, why not just sign the papers and move on? The truth is that this is about control, not love anymore. Remy does not want to see Pat happy with someone else, especially not someone like Clarissa Shields, who is out here showing him the kind of love and appreciation that he spent years giving to her. But the longer she waits, the worse things will get, because if Pat actually decides to take this to court, Remy might lose more than just her husband. She might also lose a significant portion of her bank account. She hasn't been releasing albums consecutively like some artists, but she has been earning money through her business endeavors, TV, appearances, and other means. If we compare that to Pat, who has been working hard but has never had the same level of financial success, he has been putting his time, energy, and loyalty into creating a life with Remy, and now that it is over, he might be entitled to financial support. If she wanted to mend their marriage, she wouldn't have been out here flaunting their relationship with Easy, the block captain. Instead, she is holding on because she knows that the moment she lets Pat go, she will have to pay up, which is the real reason this divorce isn't going forward. It's not about love or regret. It's about money for giving me strength, because this situation is becoming more than just an emotional one. It's a financial one as well. Remy is trying to hang on to every dollar she has, but the truth is that Pat was the one who sacrificed for years. The law isn't concerned about feelings. It looks at who built what, who gave up more, and who needs support. Let's face it, if the roles were reversed and Pat had a larger bank account, there probably wouldn't even be a debate. However, now that Remy has more money, she is doing everything in her power to avoid paying him. This is not just about a failed marriage. It's about power control and who gets the bigger win. Not at all. The reason for this is that Pat made sure her name remained in the conversation, reminding people that Remy Ma was still a force to be reckoned with, keeping her music current, keeping her fans interested, and ensuring that she had something to return to when she left. Since it's time to settle things legally, Pat has every. She didn't just walk into freedom. She walked into a career that had been carefully preserved by Pat. He wasn't just her husband. He was her biggest supporter, strategist, and promoter while she was away. He made sure her name remained relevant, her music remained in circulation, and her fan base remained loyal. That's why so many people now argue that if anyone deserves alimony, it's him, because while Remy was serving time, Pat was putting in the work to ensure that she wouldn't be starting from scratch when she returned. And now that she's the one making major financial decisions, the courts will take. Taking all of that into consideration, when asked if she was surprised that Pat wanted to marry her even after she was sentenced, Remy responded, "I knew the kind of man he was, loyal, dedicated, and rare. He's one of a kind," acknowledging the level of commitment Pat had shown. As a result, when she eventually left those prison gates in 2014, it wasn't just a fresh start. It was evidence that true love, loyalty, and hard work can keep a dream alive even during the most trying times. When Remy Ma returned home in 2014, she wasn't just stepping back into the real world, she was stepping into a whole new level of fame. And guess who was right there to ensure her return? Big Papoose. Hip-hop New York became the ideal setting for them to share their story. And let's be clear that this was about more than just Remy. Papoose was a part of the show, and people loved seeing them together. Fans were drawn to their story, their love, their struggles, their family life, and how Papoose supported Remy through it all. Let's face it, those episodes were profitable. Their chemistry, their ups and downs, and how they handled life after prison. Guess who made sure the money kept coming in? Papoose? They didn't stop with just one season though. They continued to push forward, turning their love and their journey into something even bigger. Spin-offs made numerous guest appearances and created a whole brand around their romance. But let's be clear that Remy wasn't the only one who benefited from those VH1 checks. Papoose was just as much of a star as she was, and he wasn't just a supporting actor in the background. He was one of the main reasons viewers continued to watch. As a result, when people claim that Papoose didn't contribute to those television checks, they must have been watching a different program, because the man wasn't just standing next to Remy. He was standing on business, ensuring that they turned their time on television into something bigger. In addition to the fantastic performances, There was only one small, hardly noticeable incident involving RA and one of Yandy's. This is not just a passing fancy. She is out there adoring this man loudly and is not ashamed of it. She calls him her king. He is her rock, and she is showing up for him, supporting him, and making sure that everyone knows that she is all in. This is not just about being the new girlfriend. Clarissa is here for the long haul, and Remy recognizes that, which is precisely why she is acting in the way she is. To live her best life with Papoose. But there is only one issue. Remy won't let go, sis. Why are you living your life with an entirely different man and still putting off signing those divorce papers? It doesn't make sense, and Papoose has already moved on, so what exactly are you holding on to? From the outside, it looks like Remy is prolonging this divorce to prevent Pap from fully embracing his new life, because if he moves on and marries Clarissa, then everything Remy had with him is gone forever. The real question is, though, how long can she play this game before it backfires? Clarissa has been patient, but even she is growing weary of waiting. All in demonstrating love to Pap, standing by his side, and ensuring that he understands that she is serious about their future. He is showing up for her in ways that are entirely different from what she has had in the past, as she herself has stated. His support is different, as is the way he speaks to her and treats her. This is not some casual affair, and Clarissa genuinely believes they deserve each other. However, at this point, all eyes are on Remy because she will eventually have to let go. And the longer she waits, the worse it will appear with all this additional baggage. How long is Clarissa supposed to wait before enough is enough? Let's face it, if Remy was truly done with Papoose, she would have let him go. Now that she has her own money and success, why is she still holding on to this dead marriage as if her life depended on it? Some say she is being petty by not letting Pat be happy because she knows he has finally found someone who truly appreciates him, while others say this is all about the alimony check because let's not pretend that Pap didn't support her while she was in prison and ensure she had a career to return to. Is she afraid that Pat might steal what he is owed? While Rooney is out here stalling, Clarissa has been calling Pap her king, showing him what it is to be truly. The real question is what Pap will do if Remy keeps dragging this out, because at some point a man must make a decision. Will he continue to wait for a woman who refuses to let go, or will he take control of his life and force the issue? Let's be honest, if Clarissa starts to feel like this situation will never be resolved, will she stay around? One thing about Clarissa is that she is not going to keep waiting forever. That is not happening because she does not do drama, she does not play games, and she most definitely does not wait around for an ex who refuses to sign the paperwork. What do you all think? Is Remy continuing to hold on because she secretly wants Pat back? Or is she simply attempting to avoid paying alimony? Do you think Clarissa will eventually decide that enough is enough and move on? If so, please share your thoughts in the comments section. Hit the like button, and remember to subscribe so you never miss the newest tea. You should also watch the next video because, believe me, if you thought this was messy, wait until you see what's coming.